What's up, guys, and welcome back to LA Noire. This is the studio secretary murder. What's she doing out there? Oh, that's terrifying.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
All right, so this is interesting. We're still getting new evidence and you know, things happening with the Muller case.
Body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
So Muller was the one, that was where it was the husband or the creepy guy that hung out by the school, right? The chomo. We had a kind of a hard time with that one. That was one of our hardest cases to date. Evidence kind of could go either way. So they wanted us to go to buy the pawnbroker first, right? Global known jewelry source of evidence tip-off. All right, let's go do this. Knock this out, and then we've got a new
You've got to
a new
admit,
case.
this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators,
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before,
He ran, for God's sakes.
and he always maintained he was set up.
Kind of a weird way to say that people were pointing somebody out. They were fingering that guy. Fingering the wrong dude. I hate it when I finger the wrong dude. All right, here we go. We made it to the pawn shop. Let's head inside and see what we've got. I'm gonna have to rack my brain. I might have to go back and rewatch that episode. You have to pay so close
Detectives
attention to
Felsen
everything.
Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
50 bucks?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Poor guy. All right, let's take a look here. So this is one of the rings.
What's this mark here?
H.
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Okay.
Thanks for the tip.
Appreciate that. And then we've got the band here. See what we can find on this.
Does this mark mean anything?
22 karat gold.
Mark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
All right.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to go check that out. Do some snooping around. Try to figure out how he got his hands on those rings. Medium build, dark hair. We've got an address. Should we go do that first, or should we do the new one? Let me see our locations. Looks like the Railyard's all we've got, so we'll go here first.
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus.
What?
Purpose having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter.
Right.
The Dahlia letters are genuine, and the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
So this guy's playing with us. How does he know that the address is bogus? Does it have something to do with the poem, or maybe the author of the poem? I don't know, but I guess he knows. So that college tuition that homeboy keeps making fun of us about is paying off somehow. Whew. Cutting it close today, fellas, but that's exactly how I like it, baby. We gotta get across. How are we down here? There we go. I was gonna say having a hard time finding it. Here we are. The train depot. Looked like she was drunk for sure, or high on something.
Ready? Follow me.
What on earth was she doing down here at that time of
We
night,
should
though?
keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak to the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
Railyard, 11:09 a.m. Oof. Left on the track.
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Interesting. I feel like the people who see it, it's kind of like a smelt it, dealt it kind of deal. You know what I mean? Where's the coroner at?
What are you thinking, Ray?
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
There's a coroner here. Oh, he's over here. What's up, buddy? How are you doing?
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
So very similar.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Okay. So it looks like we've got a bunch of evidence. I'm gonna check out this stuff first. Guess we can go left to right. What is this? Levine's Liquor
This is just
Store.
Personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Okay. 2 large suitcases, small suitcase, bedroll, pillow, plain bed sheet, photo frames, hairbrush, bowling pin, statuette, makeup, and clothes. Interesting. The suitcases make it seem like she was like trying to get out of town or something, you know what I mean? Let me check out this. Everybody loves their matches. What bar is this from?
Maybe someone at
Lynchs
Lynch's.
Bar, corner of 9th and Main. She's probably out there before the murder because she was drunk in that cutscene. Got a handbag here. Take a look at the handbag. The Keystone Film
You
Company.
go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
Evelyn Summers,
That's gonna
legal
be difficult,
department.
Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Oh. Well, that's a while ago, so why does she still have that? Let's see what's in here. Some sort of a letter. 2122 Street, St. David Street? What is St. David Street? 11 Bridgeport, Connecticut. Dear Evelyn, I hope that this letter finds you in a better way than when we last parted. Bitter words were exchanged. You had taken too much liquor, and we both know what that makes you become. I'm not writing to harass and accuse. I'm writing to apologize. I was heartbroken seeing what had become my little girl and what she is doing to herself. You're destroying your body and your soul with liquor, Evelyn, and it's harder for me to watch than you can imagine. So it sounds like this is her dad, and it sounds like she had a major drinking problem.
Trying to get her to come home.
But God Almighty above us has the right to judge, and so I beg for your forgiveness. Been in contact with the sanitarium here in Connecticut in your behalf. They say your condition is an illness, Evelyn, and that it can be treated. You only need to check yourself in. So he was trying to get her to go into rehab, but it looks like we only have half of the letter here. So she had an issue. She had a drinking issue. She was buying suitcases and stuff. She was at a bar. Is there anything else around here? Should we take a look at the body next? Looks like we've got some blood splatter over here. This must be where he knocked her. It's a good knock, bro.
Blood splatter on the carriage. She must have been struck while standing up.
What's crazy is they can, like, so many details you can tell just from, like, the way the blood splattered. I had a YouTube video on my recommended from an actual blood splatter analysis guy. It's pretty cool if you guys happen to see it. All right, so we've got a clothed woman here. I do appreciate that. Let's start off with the arms. Missing
Another
ring.
missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Yep. Interesting stuff happening with that. Let's see the right side here. Don't see anything in particular. And then we've got the head. Oops, wrong thing. Hold on. Put it down. You don't need to hold her hand, Cole. She's gone, bud. I want to take a look at the head. Okay. Dude, sometimes, like, the smallest... Come on. Look at the head. There it is.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Can you be more exact about the time of
Vagrancy.
death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Okay, should I go talk to this dude?
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
That didn't give me much. Wasn't there somebody else to talk to? How are you doing, bro? Who are you?
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Oh, God.
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her.
What the f...
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
Lipstick? Excuse me, what in the fudge is going on?
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop. Don't hit him.
I'm gonna vomit. This is disgusting. He's an employee of the Railyard and he was kissing a dead body. What the fudge is wrong with you, dude?
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Seems like an honest guy.
Did you
It's
take
messed
any
up
money?
as it is.
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
Dude, I honestly feel a little bit sick.
Found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Feel like he got a little bit weird there. I'm gonna watch his eyes. Raising his eyebrows, looking to the left, he's lying.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt you again.
Please, be my
You're
guest.
under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Good for you, Rusty. That's
Sure, Rusty.
disgusting, bro. Oh, man. All right, is that everything? I don't hear any music, so that must be everything. Looks like they want us to call in on a game well here. So we know it took place between midnight and 2 a.m. We know it was definitely after midnight according to that guy, and definitely before 2 a.m. according to the coroner. It could have been that guy. I don't think it was, though. I think he's just a freaking weirdo. Doesn't make him a murderer.
Detective? I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue Railyard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Nice. So that's where she went shopping.
Thank you.
Okay. So we've got a lot of options here. Let's hop in the whip and see what we're going to deal with. I mean, we could go to the store. We could go to the bar. I guess we could go to the liquor store first. It's the first one on our list here. So let's just go ahead and roll out. Go get it done. See what we can find. She obviously spent a lot of time around liquor stores.
Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay.
Oof.
Slow and steady. Come on.
Took a little bit of damage there. That's not my fault, bro. This thing should be able to off-road a little bit. This is a police
Armies
car.
can't fight without food. Spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Woo! Splitting the gap there, son. Oh my goodness. Dude, the driving in this game is fun. It's honestly one of my favorite parts. So yeah, we're on the way to the liquor store. I really want to check out the bar as well. Kind of sad to see alcohol destroying so many people's lives. Levine's Liquor Store. Wines and liquors.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
She was a regular.
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us? Please?
Really?
Sure. Come this way.
She was at the liquor store that much that she kept stuff here? And there's an ex-husband in the matter. That's interesting.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. Well, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
Shut up, Rusty.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her.
Oh.
An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around.
So her face looked vagrant, which is like homeless. So she was living in a liquor store. She's got a photo with her mom, or is that her daughter or something? I don't know who's who. Well, she's older, so that's probably her with her daughter. Family woman. Got another photo
She wasn't
here.
always such a loner.
Couples action. What is this?
Evelyn was reading Aristotle.
Metaphysics.
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Aristotle Metaphysics.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Who is that? Seems like she had a pretty good relationship with him to be borrowing books. I can't tell you the last person I borrowed a book from. What do we have in the trash over here? Nothing. Looks like there's a paper on the wall. Can't grab that. Can't grab any of this. Is this a trophy? What's the trophy for?
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
Keystone Films. So that's right.
What's illegal copyrights for music?
The studio has since been shut down. Obviously still a huge part of her identity.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
And then a bowling pin. She an avid bowler? Rawlings Bowling.
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Kind of like a Rawlings basketball.
I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Interesting. All right, so we've got a new person of interest and a new location of interest. Sounds like we're good to go. Should we try to talk to this dude? Can we interview? Oh yeah, wants us to interview him. So this is Robbins. Seems like a stand-up dude, but don't they all?
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
He's moving around a lot, but he looks confident.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Interesting. Relationship issues mixed with booze, mixed with money issues. Could have a jealousy problem, maybe a jealous ex-husband or a jealous ex-boyfriend or something. Was upset with her. She's, I mean, being homeless and you know, kind of in the dumps, she's obviously not associating with the best people.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
He seems super sincere.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
So she was almost on a self-destructive path.
Do you know a friend of
Maybe that
Evelyn's
letter was
by the
from her
name of
mom's.
McCaffrey?
Not personally.
He was very quick to answer that one, but he's been truthful so far.
She talked about McCaffrey.
Supposedly he fought in the International Brigade in Spain and in the miners' strikes back in Virginia.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. Do you think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks.
He's a good guy.
Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
He knew something else about this, whatever his name is. I don't even know how to pronounce it. He knew something about him and we got that wrong. I don't know why he would lie about him. But he definitely lied. You guys think we go to the bar next? Let's just go down the list, baby. Just kind of make our rounds and see if we can connect any dots, cross any T's, dot any I's. We'll figure it out. Lynchs Bar. Just past noon.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
She's got a history everywhere she goes.
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink?
Stunk.
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Interesting. I mean, bunch of these guys, but it looks like there's... Oh, no, there's a couple guys in here. I was going to say, it looks like there's only one guy. Who are you?
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
What's up with the bad attitude, man? Who's the dude with the book?
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know
Why
her?
is he so calm?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
First of all, you're lying because you shared books with her. Second of all, I just told you that somebody you shared books with is dead and you didn't freak out at all. Unless, I guess she could have stolen the books from him. Let's talk about your criminal history.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
And you're lying.
You want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
God, this guy drives me nuts.
Columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
He's the type of person that, like, thinks they're way too smart, or thinks they're smarter than they actually are, and thinks way too highly of themselves.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
You're lying, and we're going to talk about that book that you gave her.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Well, we're going to look really stupid if she did steal it. It wouldn't put it past me. The book.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself, lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't.
But she was at your apartment,
as if
though.
she could even comprehend any of it.
Which means that you did know her better than you're leading on.
I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night.
Tiernan?
They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
I don't like this guy, and I don't trust him. I feel like we need to cuff him. I don't like him at all. He seems way too calm about this whole situation. Sometimes I don't understand why these guys, they you know, cuff some guys and don't do anything with others. Like, he's not necessarily the killer. I don't know that we have anything pointing towards that. It's just he seems like he knows way more than he's leading on. He could be the killer. He could know the killer. He's obviously, you know, involved on a deeper level than we think. So here's Rawlings Bowling. We know that she liked to frequent this place as well, enough so that she had one of the pins in her makeshift apartment, cot bed situation. Gonna see if we can find anything about her here.
Rusty, 2 on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your
She's
shoe size?
sweet.
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Is he a young kid?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am.
Interesting.
Let's go get him.
What are the odds? Is this him back here? Oh, he's running. He's running. Get back here, bro. What are you doing? Is he running from us? Or is he just working?
Tiernan! LAPD!
Oh, no, he's running. He's running. What are the odds that this just so happens to be the guy that Mr. Big Brain Jimmy Neutron was thinking of? Ooh, look at this hot piece of automobile.
What are you waiting for? Get after him.
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight.
You calling Rusty
These are
fat, bro?
flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Got him pretty good there, and then we absolutely got
Don't go to
wrecked. Are
sleep
you
on
kidding
me?
me?
Get me back in close.
Are you...
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not very by any means.
Got him again there?
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me
Get it,
luck.
Rusty.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble.
What? Bro, there's no way.
He's going through the square.
Hope the people see him in time to get out of the way.
There's no way that just happened right there. What a
What
chase.
if they run because someone's setting them up? Because they feel like the deck is stacked against them.
Don't make up ridiculous stories for them, detective. Leave that to the perp's imagination.
Kind of spun out on his own
your
there.
hands in the air.
We'll take it though. So why would this guy instantly run? Like these guys, they make it too easy on us, man. They really do. So he's a younger pin setter at the bowling alley. He's been introducing this older lady to his coworkers. Some sort of a cougar thing going on, maybe? I mean, I kind of want to take that little car back, but we should probably take our own car. So he's going to be booked up. He's going to be back at the station waiting to be interviewed. So let's go ahead and I guess the police station is going to be the play here. Set our destination and roll out. Man, I'm looking forward to checking out some of these side missions at some point, but I feel like we need to stick on our main missions for now. There's already so many moving parts and pieces and characters and evidences and stuff like that. I feel like introducing more stuff to that is just going to get really, really difficult over time. We're already bringing up old cases. I'm already racking my brain about that, the Mahler case. Anyway, here we go. Central Police Station, 12:43 p.m. So we're back, and let's go nail this dude. Where's he at?
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Oh, okay. Oh, so we must have a top secret development that we've got to worry about first.
Put him down in my sap.
Last time we came down here, we had a new letter. So we'll see if we can find anything out here. How you doing, fellas?
What's it about, Captain? Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said, "Cunt BD."
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
So there's something bigger at work here. They're questioning, really starting to question whether or not all this stuff is linked. Also sounds like there might be some corruption happening.
Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
All right, get an address for McCaffrey, he says. Should we, I mean, I can call, but should we interview the dude? Is he here for interviewing? I kind of feel like we should interview him if we have the option. I'll go ahead and make the call for now, though.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Like how we have to pay the payphone in our own police station.
Phelps, 1247.
Rusty's already out there in the car.
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks.
Okay. So we have a new objective. Can we not, I mean, we're not done here at the police station. I guess I feel like the game is kind of hinting for us to go to this apartment first, especially with the fact that Rusty's out in the car and stuff already. We've said it before, I mean, it's always good to go in with more ammo than less.
Question. Depends. What you got to do with it? Morals.
Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
So you don't actually care about justice, you just care about putting somebody away and, you know, trying to make your own self feel better a little bit. I don't know how you can live with yourself, Rusty. But yeah, I kind of, I mean, we were already there. I kind of wanted to interrogate him, but the fact that, like, usually Rusty kind of leads that stuff. He's usually the one that says, hey, let's go do this, let's go do that. So I feel like it was, you know, maybe we were meant to go investigate first, get like a little bit more intel, and then be able to use that against him potentially. I mean, this guy's not necessarily linked to Grosvenor, however you say his name, but we'll see. It can't hurt to take a look, you know what I mean? Might as well. Ooh, hold up. Should we check these? Grosvenor McCaffrey.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
Apartment number 6. All right. So we're gonna go investigate his room. I stand by the fact. How do we know which is which? Level 1 is rooms 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're gonna need level 2. I still stand by the fact that we should have had this dude arrested on the spot. Just held him until we figured it out. He was not my cup of tea.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
I was gonna knock a second time, but it looks like we're just gonna kick the door in. All right. So let's see what we've got. Eggs. Looks like takeout. Still nobody does their dishes. Bro, why are you leaving dirty dishes all over the place? He's got liquor up on top of the fridge. Couple of books over here, dirty dish. This dude is disgusting, bro. The Last Bastion. Obviously, he loves to read. Obviously, he thinks very highly of himself. We already know that. Oh, hello. Well, this isn't necessarily what I was expecting to find. Rawlings Bowling.
He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Interesting.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
It's
Look,
none of your
lady,
business.
We need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
Interesting.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that.
I want to take a look at the shirt as well. Just want to make sure we have all the evidence we need. Is there anything else we should take a look at in here? Oop, hold on. Something just dinged. Another book. The Anatomy of Power. An Anatomy of Power. Okay. I mean, I think we've got him. Like I said, I just want to make sure there's more clothes. Dude, this dude is disgusting. Okay, we're good to go. Let's go get him. And we have the murder weapon. We have bloody shirt. Where'd you say we go? Up the stairs? We have good evidence here.
The big case and got promoted?
Yeah, that was me. All right. Roof access. He's got a pigeon coop up here. I've got a feeling he's not going to be very happy to see us.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
Shoot, dude. You kidding me right now? This is for real. Why are we always chasing people? Just got caught on those steps a little bit too. Come on. Get him, Trev. Get him, Trev. Get him, Trev. Get him, Trev. Get him, baby. Get him, baby. Get him. Chase him down. This is what we've been trading for. Stop that man.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Come on, let's throw some hands, bro. Almost got him. Where's Rusty at, dude? I want to see Rusty bust out of nowhere and just annihilate him. He's going to be trying to hop this fence. Your boy is quicker, though. Trying to cut him off.
Give it up. LAPD!
Come on. Should I try to warning shot him? No, I can't warning shot him. I was going to try to pull my pistol out. There we go. Gonna be able to tackle him in the street. Got him.
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
We should have arrested him in the first place, as I've been saying. That was dumb. It's kind of been consistent. I feel like sometimes they lock people up for like where I probably wouldn't, and then other times it's like, this dude's a weirdo, he's very full of himself.
We need to get downtown and wrap this.
Definitely a liability here, and we didn't.
Unless Tiernan set him up.
Hmm.
You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you? Whoever did it, also wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
Well,
how do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the dogging?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together.
I'll hold you to that.
I thought this might be a shortcut, and it looks like it actually was. Usually that doesn't work out for us, but that time it did. So we've got 2 suspects. I'm gonna try to pin this to one of them. I hate these situations.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't 2. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young fellas.
Okay. Who do you guys want to start with? You got any ideas? Tiernan, McCaffrey?
I need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Guess we can just go to the first one, interview room number 1. See what we got going on, Tiernan.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
So that's why he ran. So this is the younger guy from the bowling alley. We know that they had some sort of relations. This is probably the guy that she was, what was it? She was buying the booze because they were having fighting issues. I'm assuming it was him. I guess it could have been the other guy because they were sharing books. But it sounds like the other guy doesn't really like her. These 2 were in a relationship. They were fighting. They had some sort of a bout, and then she was trying to make up for it shortly before she died. So here we go. Let's see what this is all about.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
You're lying. You're absolutely lying.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
Is the bowling alley ladies? Oh, shoot. Maybe the liquor purchase? For a boy, he's a boy. Victim last seen. Testifies. Oh. That's not a bad one either. But can we trust? Is that going to hold up? Can we trust his word? What do you guys think? I mean, this calls him out directly, so I feel like this one.
McCaffrey gave you up, Tiernan. He says he saw you go into your hotel with Evelyn.
I met Evelyn at the public library. We would read for a while and then go for a drink. Last night, we went back to my hotel room and had some more to drink. I must have passed out. I woke up and she was gone.
What time was this?
Around midnight, maybe later.
And there's no
That
one
matches
who can
up?
confirm this.
No, there isn't. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Between 12 and 2. Now, the thing is why would the other guy have seen, unless he was like stalking her, why would he know that she was going in the room with him? Unless maybe it was just like across from the bar and he was at that bar too, I'm not sure.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
I'll buy it.
You don't like McCaffrey, do you, Tiernan?
He's full of the common man routine, but he props up a bar like the rest of us.
I don't like him either.
Evelyn thought he was going to be a great novelist. He had nothing but vitriol for her.
Ooh. Using some of those vocab words there, bud.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
I feel like he's lying, but I don't... I don't know what we could use. I'm tempted to use intuition. I'm gonna ask the community. They say we should accuse. Okay, I'll accuse.
You're lying, Tiernan. You'd been fighting with her.
There it is.
You fought, and
I'm not lying. She got up and left. That was it.
Why was she buying liquor to give to you?
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. She would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, McCaffrey was a hero, McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Huh. So there's a love triangle going on here.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
No, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Seems legit to me. Oh, shoot.
Evelyn was beaten to death with a lug wrench. We found a wrench at McCaffrey's apartment.
You see? It was McCaffrey. He had nothing but hatred for me and Evelyn.
Wait, we got
Evelyn was
that
missing
wrong?
a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at our old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
I believe him. If you want me to be honest, I think he's a young kid. I don't think he did it. I think he's a young, stupid kid. He was getting attention from this older lady. He was excited. You could tell he really cares for her. I don't like this guy. I think it's him.
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Bro, this guy reminds me of the guy from You. Have you guys seen the You show? Oh, it's amazing if you haven't seen it. It's on Netflix, 2 seasons. 100%. Literally the same dude. I hate him down to his freaking neck scarf or whatever the heck that thing is.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
I feel like he's lying to us. What could we use? Tire iron. I mean, we're definitely going to use a tire iron for something. Do we have anything that's... We don't have anything on his location. I think he's lying.
You're going to need to do better if you don't want to swing for this.
I was having a political meeting in my apartment.
Cheese and crackers for the 5th columnist.
Some of these people will corroborate your story.
I won't give up names of party members.
Good. Your funeral.
Interesting. Okay, so we got nothing out of that. We've gotten a couple wrong here. I'm not gonna lie. It's not looking good. What is this about?
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thanks for your help.
So we've got a new clue on McCaffrey. I guess we want to go back and talk to him. Let's see what this is about.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to...
I just don't like
You
him,
told us
dude.
before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
No.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have
She
a
literally
history
just
of
told
violence
us.
towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
Well, we've got the rap on you, bro. We are the police, after all.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge, beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have...
You beat her because she stole from you, because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and
He
take
killed
it?
her.
How is a man supposed to call himself a
He killed
man?
her.
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to
Whoa!
her.
He killed her!
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
I mean, that's...
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot at the prison graveyard.
That's a what's it called, if I've ever heard one? What's it called when they say it's them? The word is escaping me. I need Mr. Booksmarts over here to tell me what it is. It's not an accusation, not a... Man, this case wasn't our best one. We've got some vehicle damage, missed 4 clues, and had 4 questions wrong. We could have done better, but hey, at least we did get the guy. Not an alibi, not an accusation. Admission. My goodness, Trev. That's an admission if I've ever heard one. She got what was coming to her. So, looks like we've got a cut scene here at the end. Back in the war.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead. First platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Can we rally with the first and try for the Nambus?
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and enfilade.
Mate,
we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant, get back off this fucking bridge. They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes. I'm in charge here, Sergeant. Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant. What's your unit, Sergeant? We don't have time for this, Lieutenant. What's your unit, Sergeant? I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river. My orders are to reconnoiter the... I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
Man, that would be awful. Anyway, I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like if you guys want to see more episodes at the end of the day. Even if we weren't perfect, at least we got the man. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.